think that was everything for the 4th floor. Now we need to go to the 5th floor. What exactly was there though? The biolab for sure. And then wait, we can quickly check it out. Answer check. 5th floor, biolab, garden, and dojo. Right, those 3, right? Dorms crossed off, headmaster's room crossed off, data center crossed off, bio, garden, dojo. There we go. Alright. Let's do the place that we haven't actually been in before yet. The bio lab all the way in the back here. Oh, I'm not sure what to expect from this. Holy shit. Freezer shit? This seems more like a morgue or something. Well, here I am in the bio lab. It's so cold! Ugh. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? What can we check out here? What are these? Tarps? There's a stack of tarps here. Oh, what? Oh, fuck. What? How? God damn it. Really? Really now? Remember that the tarp was used to cover what we think is Makoto's body, because apparently Byakuya is raising doubt on it again. So the tarp was used to cover what we think is Makoto's body in the garden, right? But this place was locked during the time of the murder and everything. The only people who have access to this is either Monokuma, the mastermind, or Kyoko, because she had ways of opening doors and access to places where, you know, we couldn't. So this raises more suspicion on Kyoko, unfortunately. The fact that, you know, this is the only place. I'm not saying that this is the only place with tarps, but the fact that there are stacks of tarps here really seem to point out that, you know, that tarp that was used to cover the body most likely came from here. So, fuck. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. I mean, there are some in the art room thingy as well, like the 3rd floor, or I think, right? Yeah. I'm not sure if those were the exact same tarps though. Cameras, not important. The desk. Ugh, so cold! Why is it so cold in here? It's the first thing I need to figure out. Alright, 2 things. On this wall, there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, they're not glowing. There's some kind of weird machine. I've seen something like this before. That's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. Really? What horror movies were you watching? It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Oh. Does this mean this biolab is actually a morgue? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I should probably take a closer look around. Didn't we already... We looked at everything though, right? Can't we open these? The ones on the left are on, the ones on the right are off. Yeah, the right hand lights are off. Why? It doesn't say? I guess we're done here for now. I don't think I'm done. Not? Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, I don't know if that's correct, germicidal, whatever. We also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and blue light will let you know that the automated system is activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Well, looking around, I think I get it. seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot. Oh no. No, 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 no! Oh, we gotta count this shit. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, a blue light comes on. Which would mean, inside each slot, lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... No, 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 no. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's... defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other options. Oh, I am so scared. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4... 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16... This can't be a fucking coincidence that it's 16 of those slots for bodies. The fact that how many are left? 7 are still not blinking. And how many? 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 is exactly the amount of people that are dead. 7 is kind of the exact number of people that are alive. If we think Makuro, that the body that is in the garden is not Makuro, which seems to, or not, no. It doesn't necessarily point at it, because the body could have still be put in here, but why would it... Oh, I don't know exactly what this means, but this is spooky and freaking me the fuck out. But apparently all those slots are for us, and are our bodies after death being put in here? Oh my god, this is getting morbid. Fuck me. I'm gonna get out of here as fast as I can. I don't know what this means yet, but I'm definitely sure that it has a connection to everything. So I'm getting the fuck out of here, and we're going to the dojo or the garden, whichever is closest. The dojo's right here, so we're gonna go there. Oh, Toko is here. Oh, Toko. So this is where you were.
What do you want?
I am so am I so disgusting? You want me out of your sight? Yeah, actually that's true. No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd find a clue. Well, I haven't. Get out of here then, you disgusting creature. I didn't find anything. Not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. And give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. What else is new? Nobody is gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well... I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Alright, I don't know. Just gonna look around. Suit of armor, still the same. Cherry blossom trees. Full bloom, nothing strange. We have to, like, the target practice targets. Targets seem pretty far away. I'm almost amazed people what they can do in bow and arrow. Cha-ching, another coin. These are probably still the same too. This, what was it? What else? I guess the only thing here is this. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. We found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. Is there really nothing in here? Why? Why is everything... I don't think there are any clues in here. Okay. To the garden we go then. To the garden. Where was the garden? On this side. Please tell me the body is still here. What? Huh? It's gone. Makoto's body. It's not here? Oh, you're fucking shitting me, right? Come the fuck on. Check the tool shed. This is the only place that has something closed. Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. I'd better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be? In the biolab? But the corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. The tarp played a key role in another case. So, I'd better look into it. Alright, the tarp. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clues behind here. Huh? Biolab. Just what I was fucking afraid of. Oh god. Kyoko. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one of the corners of the tarp. It says Biolab? Then this originally came from the biolab? Yep. It's that pickaxe. On the handle it says Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing as written on the back of Momo's coat. This pickaxe is related. Yep. Anything else in here? I don't think so. Let's get back to the biolab, I guess. Why is the body suddenly disappeared? That's all I really needed to check here. Let's get back. What? No. Is it already time? You're joking me, right? The dojo was nothing.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
I'm not done.
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Oh, thank you. What is it?
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
To the gym? What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Hiro is here. Oh, hey, Hiro. Makoto? Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. What? You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go! What? Hiro, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? It could all just be an elaborate plan from everyone here to screw me the fuck over, only me, but that would be kind of weird. But why is he having like one-on-one? I always thought he wants everyone to come here and he's waiting for everyone to come, but apparently he's gonna talk one-on-one with people too. Because he already told...
I am Monokuma!
He already told Hiro, apparently. Anyway, welcome, hello! Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This one? Oh, that's a huge envelope. It must be this envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry. Just get on with it. obviously that means that whatever's in the envelope is only going to raise more questions rather than answering our current questions. Oh, god damn it. Well, bring it on. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Oh no, I'm on it. Makoto is on it. Oh no! Wait. Everyone but Makoto. Right? Celeste, Mono, Leon, even freaking Mokuro is there. Sayaka, Hiro, Hifumi, Sakura, Taka, Kyoko is in the back. Junko being covered up by Taka's arm. Chihiro, Hina, Toko, Byakuya. Everyone except me. Now that could mean that I'm the one taking the picture, of course. But it's strange that everyone is there except me. And that's probably the reason why Hiro was acting so strange. Because then I seem like the odd one out, right? Fuck me. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Or what if... But look at the face. Look... The fact that they're on the same picture kind of removed the doubt that I had that maybe Makuro is Kyoko in some fucked up way. But look, their skin is very similar. Skin tone, skin color of Makuro and Kyoko. And eye shape is kind of similar in a sense. Eye color perhaps too. I don't know. There are some similarities there, but the fact that they're both in the same picture kind of makes me a bit, you know, seems to be like, yeah, no, that's not possible then. Well, unless we are somehow fucking Makuro, but that doesn't make sense. Although Makuro, Makoto kind of sounds similar, almost, kind of, I don't fucking know. Man, this is just, why everyone but Makoto? It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. We do. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, and we looked at that file. Yep, that is her. Makuro Ikusaba? Then this girl is... Makuro Ikusaba. What? Why? Why is Makuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, where am I? Just having everyone here posed like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture. But what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean... Could it be everyone else? And just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kinda getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out! But... I told you, I'm not fielding any questions!
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. What the fuck is that group photo? So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Oh god. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. Well, some people. If you look at Celeste, Byakuya, Toko, Mukuro, Kyoko, those are the people that, like, you know, aren't smiling and just kind of look like, yeah, I don't even want to be here. Why the fuck am I here? The rest of the people actually look happy. Like Hiro, Mondo looks happy. Leon is very smiley. Sayaka, classic Asian girl peace sign on the picture. Chihiro looks very happy. Hina looks cool. Even Sakura is somewhat, you know, smiling. Not too brightly, but she has a kind of a small smile. Taka looks as energetic as always, and then Hifumi kind of looks awkward, but he's still somewhat smiling. He has his mouth open at least. Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Oh, where are we going? Oh, Hina's here. I've been just running around looking for people. So, this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry. Gotta go. What? She ran off so fast. I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Oh, everyone's gonna act like this, right? Because we're not the ones in the picture, therefore people think, what is Makoto actually doing here? He's not part of us. But does that mean everybody actually knows of that part and they've been acting like I wasn't? Therefore I'm the odd one out? Like, the only reason why they would act strange about this is if they remember, right? Or if they just, that's what they believe. They feel like, wait, because a picture is proof that all these other people belong together, even if they don't remember it. The picture is sort of proof that these people have known each other and know each other. But then I'm the one that's not in there, right? Therefore people start to look at me and start to think weird of me. Fuck. Well, let's find the others. Oh, here, finally, fucking someone is here. Byakuya. Oh, Byakuya! Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya! Wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the... Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Like everyone else? Well, fuck, why? Oh, Hero is here. Okay, third student. Hey, Hero! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, No! Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Oh my god. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, but we still need to find Toko and Kyoko. And the first thing I saw when I got there was her, passed out, again. Uh-oh, that means she saw blood. Huh? Toko? look. Oh, she opened one of the doors. Why couldn't I do that before? Let's look at Toko's body. Toko! Are you okay? No. No! She's not dead, is she? Ah! It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there, staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh?
Have you reached that certain age?
And what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? No. Okay. So, why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! Really, bazinga? Fuck me. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
You SOB!
And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember.
Yes!
So it's like double the memory. No. It's more like half. Okay, so Genocide Jack's memory. That's gonna be important then. But all I wanna know is right now, where's my little darling? Tell me, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around here somewhere, doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on fire!
I knew it, I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Dang, girl. Alright, get on out of here. Skedaddle. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Blood, indirectly this body. The fridge, it's open! But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. Kyoko?
Right.
Aw, sneaky girl. She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
It's a morgue. Yeah!
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seeing what was in there. And well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here, when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there... But why was she suddenly able to open this slot and we weren't? That's when she saw the body inside, and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway...
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Makuro's body is in here. Oh. Makuro's corpse? Makuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Wait, just wait over there? That's it? Okay. What if what if the fucked up thing is that we're the mastermind and we don't even know it? I don't even know how that will work though. But it would make sense why we're a little bit, right? Why we're not in the picture though. Because I'm trying to find reasons like why are we not in the picture? Besides the fact that we could just be the person that's taking the picture, you know? Or but why would we do the mastermind and we don't know about it? It's not like we put everything into place. We didn't. No, we've been actively fighting against the mastermind, or so we think. Oh, I don't know. Right, Kyoko. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgments. That's a good point, actually. Why would he help us solve it? That doesn't make sense. He can disguise the fact that he's saying like, I'm giving you a hint, while in fact he wasn't really giving us a hint. I mean, I don't know. I just can kind of agree with Kyoko, like why would he give us a hint at this point when he knows it's like, you know, fairly close. It's I feel like it's 50-50 at this point, like who can win, you know? So why would he help us win? That makes no sense. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer. Like that particular hint didn't give us, well, it did give us more information, but like, you know, it's not necessarily something that he must have felt compelled to do because of the regulations or something, you know? To otherwise make it fair. I don't know. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing. What's done is done, I guess. Standing here, looking at her. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. There are. But, yeah, I don't know. Can we touch the body now, or... It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. Let's check out this part, I guess. On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. But on these one aren't.
it would seem
The blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Makuro, exactly, that's why it seems to show that there's 7 people alive. There's 9 in all. 9 lights? But there's supposed to be 10. Because there are 7 that aren't on, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah. Who is left alive then? Who had a death that you can sort of say like that's questionable? Definitely not Leon. Sayaka was already dead. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, nothing particularly comes to mind. I don't want to spend like 10 minutes thinking about it either. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Yeah, this is the one and that one. It's just the exact same tarp. The tarp from that was in the garden came from here. From the biolab. It's the same as the one I found in the tool shed. And if I remember, that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there. Okay, Makoto. I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast!
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. Alright, give me your report. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burned tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? It's those older wounds. The older wounds on the body that were said to be days old. Due to the explosion, the victims had been unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time, which went completely through the body. The stabbing part was already sort of confirmed that isn't what that happened after the body was dead. It also been struck to the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. So this is what Kyoko is saying right now, that this also happened after the body was already confirmed dead. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old, meaning the body must have been dead for several days as well before we found it actually. So these other wounds are actually the ones that must have caused her death, right? The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma files have said that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
That doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds. It makes it sound like they've been there forever. Like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Makuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each other of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
Hey.
So, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Alright, tell me. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Makuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 33. 31, 22, 32. 22, 30. Oh my, I just fucked it up. Alright, let's do it again. 31, 22, 32. There we go. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim is, in this case, is without a doubt, Makuro Ikusaba. Alright, if you say so, Kyoko.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Makuro's body. Let's get going. It's kinda chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kinda sad leaving it out like this? I guess she wants the other people to see it?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
whew.
You really are naive. Do you know that? Dang, Kyoko is cold-blooded. It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations. Yes? Oh, hold on! I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Well, Kyoko... Hey, Kyoko... I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What? So,
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
The lockers, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. Oh, we're about to blow your mind, Kyoko. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
what?
And not just that, but it was written from the perspective of the daughter of the headmaster, the father.
If that's true,
Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Video what?
Makoto,
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about?
I
need to go investigate those lockers. Right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook, that's true. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto,
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Class 78 urgent interviews. Why would an interview ever be urgent? A DVD? And it says class number 78 urgent
so...
interviews. I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway,
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Alright, let's go to the AV room. Right? Was there one? There was an AV room, right? Oh. And now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
in other words,
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything. Even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However,
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness.
I
swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with this death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. It's just that unspoken bond of family, I guess. Even if you feel no other connection to that person other than blood, that is still a connection. I guess it's enough to call a person family, right? And not just call it family, but actually have the feeling of a connection. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the great truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not. Because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get going. I guess she's saying that the answer that we'll find doesn't necessarily is going to be an answer that we'll like, you know? But it's still going to be the truth, though. So we need to be prepared for even a truth that would just, you know, be horrible for us. Or possibly a truth that could be very great for us. But just the fact that there's one truth and it could be either one of those. And it can be anything, basically. So be prepared for the worst. Basically, I guess is what she's saying. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Hell freaking no. Let's go, AV room. Dang, this is a room we haven't been in for a freaking long time. Let's see. I guess we'll pop it in here. DVD. This should be able to play DVD just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I don't know what the fuck I'm expecting to see. Probably us, just, you know, probably like actual video footage of those pictures that we saw. Like just actually us all happy acting together, like, yeah, oh, look, Kyoko is playing with the Sakura in the garden. Shit like that. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. Uh-oh. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me, it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? Sayaka? Headmaster interviewing a Saker. What the fuck, did I just use a Dutch word? Okay. Yeah, it's the... whatever. What the fuck happened? I don't know. It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. And there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
That voice. It sounds a little bit similar to Mondo. voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. Why do we always see the back of him? Probably because once we see his face, we'll actually just go like, what the fuck, really? It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
Okay, never mind. I thought like it had a hint of mono in it, but it actually has some sort of accent to it, it feels.
I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute.
Okay.
It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much.
What do you mean it's not like I don't trust you guys? What? Huh?
Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
I guess this is the interview for just, you know, for students that have applied at Hope's Peak Academy, and then letting us know that of the possibility of having to spend the rest of our life here at school, which is originally the plan of the headmaster, right? Because that was what said. It was the alter ego said it, I believe. It was the headmaster's plan, but the game and everything, killing each other, despair, that shit, that was of the masterminds. So that is the sort of difference that we have to keep in mind.
Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school, or any school for that matter?
I
Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
It feels like maybe the mastermind or the headmaster was like, the mastermind definitely seems like, if we're just gonna look at it as a clear-cut battle between hope and despair, the mastermind is obviously despair, because they're the ultimate despair, and the headmaster seems to be on the side of hope. I mean, that's sort of, you know, the notes that we saw in Kyoko as well, in Kyoko's pocketbook.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
And obviously, you know, the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, it's called Hope's Peak, it's not Despair's Peak, so yeah, if he's the headmaster, he's probably fighting for hope, you'd think. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. The fuck? There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. But what if that's not even real? What if their ultimates are actually fake? No, because that's not true. Because you know they've been selected as the best of the best, right? The cream of the crops. So that wouldn't make much sense if their ultimates are actually fake, because otherwise they might as well just be random students, right? And they're just given a fake title. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On a monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. Who is it next? And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. What is it? Who is it? Oh, what? Huh? That's us? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably, me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yes.
That sounded really creepy, Makoto. Like, Yes. I like it when you record me, Headmaster. Me and the Headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here, and now, had absolutely no memory of it. What if we were actually clones? I don't know. I mean, this school, I don't know, we haven't found anything that seems to hint towards them having the technology to do so, you know, but I don't know. Because it's just so weird to see, like, it makes much more sense that a part of our memory is either altered or wiped or you know, erased, than us being, that they're being clones of us or something. But you see, like, this clear, like, you know, that it almost feels like there are two of us, a different Makoto and the Makoto that we are now. But that's just, you know, you can have a similar effect by just simply wiping your memory, because then you don't remember it, and therefore it seems like it's another one, but it's actually you, but you just don't remember it.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes. This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But this Makoto seems to know the reason why he's being asked this, because he says we don't have much of a choice.
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
Why does this Headmaster seem like a robot? Like, he's actually word for word literally saying the exact same thing in this interview as he did in the one with Sayaka. Even though the responses that he got from us were different, you know? A normal human being would just have reacted to what Makoto said and just like, yeah, you're right, or something like, I guess so. At least something, you know? Not just word for word. It's like he's reading off of a script or something. This is the only few words that he can say.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Yeah. What the fuck? Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. So basically, all of us giving consent of staying here forever. Byakuya, Toko, god dang it. Hina? Hina is next. Everyone, they all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Mukuro or Kyoko? Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. So this is her interview with her father, right? She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her this question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure he still said the exact same words he said to everyone else in the interviews, but how can you actually do that when you know your daughter, your long-lost daughter, well, not necessarily lost, but your daughter that you haven't seen for so many years is sitting right in front of you? At least say something human. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? God.
Say what?
Whoopsie! Looks like it broke. Out of service! What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now, then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? God damn you. Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, see, this is why I think I mentioned it one time, probably quite a while ago though, that it feels like something may have happened. It's either like our memory has been wiped during that time when we quote-unquote fainted, or like something entirely, like the entire scenario with the pictures and just us living a happy school life and stuff here, like that all happened throughout the time when we fainted. Or, you know, that entire part from like up until the moment we enter school and everything, you know, it seems like that entire gap between that we've been fainted, everything that could have played within that time could be all of those, you know, us happily living here at school, blah blah blah, and the interview taking place during that time as well. Therefore, we don't remember it because I guess for some reason it just seems like maybe that was just what happened, right? We fainted and then that all played out, and we just don't remember it because the mastermind and the ultimate despair people wiped our memory from it. I don't know, but definitely something has happened with all of us during the times we were fainted, that's for sure. I noticed a strong feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. It failed to upload. At that time, I'd forgotten. I don't know, I feel like I've thrown around so many possible theories about this that I actually don't remember all of them. Because it's just something that suddenly comes to me, right? I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school. And I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was, because they've definitely taken it away from her. That was their intent. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... that's what I think at least. Uh-oh. A new hint, or is it actually class trial time?
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
All right.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black. There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
Yeah, okay.
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning.
No need to be so poetic, Monokuma.
Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning.
See you in Danganronpa 2, Monokuma.
Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Yep, I know. Damn. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Well, final class trial is gonna happen in the next video. Fucking hell. I don't even know what to say. Like, I feel like a lot of the clues that we found, like, it just, you know, it seems like, but that's always what happens with more clues. Like, it's kind of what Kyoko said. And you start to think of all the different possibilities that could happen. And then eventually, over time, with more clues that uncover itself, or like during the class trial, you start to cross certain possibilities off until you have one left that seems the most likely, or actually seems the one that is the one. So, yeah, with a lot of the clues that we have found, I feel like We've gained so many more questions, and I just can't wait to get started with the class trial. So that's just what we're going to be doing in the next video. It's probably just going to be an entire video again, just like the previous one, the 5th class trial, because we gotta end it very, very soon on Sunday. So yeah, I'm just gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so very much for watching. It's getting really exciting and very close to the end, so I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.